Yesterday we have a chance to understand two important points. One important point is why ODI? What are the benefits of ODI available? We discussed it. Second is how to install the ODI, how to install the ODI product. That is the second point, what you understand. Installation is very simple, straightforward. Yesterday I have chance to show you people, right? So anyone tried that one? Anyone succeeded? Not tried, first of all? Okay. Sorry? Okay. Please try to do that one your own. Okay, if you fail, then we'll think about it, where you failed it. Okay, you will not be failing, no doubt in that one. Try to do your own. We have the documentation, everything is clearly available. Now today, very, very important thing we are going to understand, that is called as, one is, what is the architecture? Second is, how to create the master repository. Work repository, it may not be possible today. We are going to, our agenda is what, sir? ODI components architecture. Second is, how to create the master repository. These are the two things, our goal. First, let me go for the architecture. This is what the ODI components architecture. ODI components architecture. So if you go and see closely, this ODI components architecture, anyone ask the question, please explain the architecture of the ODI. Please explain the architecture of the ODI. The first point you need to tell is ODI architecture is 4-tier architecture. How many tiers? 4-tier architecture. What are the 4 tiers here? One tier is called as desktop. Second tier is called as WebLogic server. Third tier is called as repositories. Fourth tier is called as your source databases or target databases. This is what the 4-tier architecture. ODI architecture is how many tier architecture? 4-tier architecture. Now first tier is available here. We'll talk more about the first tier. That is called as desktop. Most of the times, 90% of our life, we are going to work with the only first tier, sir. 90% of our life we are going to work with the first tier. These all things as a one-time activity we are going to do it. This is all 10%. Creating the repositories, these all things are one-time activities only. Daily we are not going to create the repositories. Connecting the source or target also, daily we are not going to do it. One day I connected, that is enough. One-time activity only. And WebLogic server, here whatever we are doing is ODI console. Console means managing the users and groups, those things you can do it. Agents means running your things and all. These things also, once your development is completed, we are going to monitor the things, how it is going to happen. So these 3 things we are not going to work much. But this is the one area where we are going to work more. In this one, I have one component. That component is known as very important one. That is what, sir? ODI Studio. ODI Studio. Whenever you install the product of the ODI, 11G or 12C, we are going to get one component. That component is called as, suppose I am going to here. There I have what, sir? ODI Studio is available. ODI Studio. Whatever I am showing here, this is 11G, sir. This is 11G. If I click on this 11G one, we are going to get one component that is known as ODI Studio. Even in 12C also, we have the ODI Studio is available. Unfortunately, that is not registering in the all programs. As a one shortcut. But it is available in the back end installation location. If you go to the My Computer, then C drive, then go to the Oracle middleware, then we have Oracle Home, then ODI, there I have the studio, under this one ODI.exe. Okay, this same thing only I kept as a shortcut on the desktop here. Even in our lab also, in the server machine also, the shortcut is available. ODI.exe. By default, it is going to be available in that location. We are keeping on the shortcut on the desktop. And if double click on that one, we are going to get one window that is nothing but called as ODI Studio window. ODI Studio window. Inside this ODI Studio, what is there? If you go and observe carefully, I have what, sir? Designer component, then operator, then topology, then security tab. These are the 4 components what I am talking about in the architecture here. Designer, operator, topology, security. If you know these four things, I can say you are masters in the ODI. That's it. Learning of these four components only our job. Learning of these four parts only our job. Now, if you want to write your own plugins, you want to write it. ODI is basically ODI or OBW are most of the Oracle products. Backend they used to use Java. Backend they used to use what, sir? Java. So that is the reason they will provide here some kind of plugins. You can write here Java WE application if you want to integrate, you can integrate it. ODI SDK, software development kit, if you want to use and you want to create some kind of plugins, you can create it. Okay, this is advanced area actually. JVM you are touching means what, sir? It is advanced area. Whatever Oracle guy given, on top of it, if you want to create something extraordinarily, if you want to create, at that moment we'll go for these plugins. Otherwise, we'll go with the ODI Studio only. These are the four things what we are going to work on it. Now, what is the purpose of each component here? What is the purpose of each component here? We need to understand. We'll try to understand what is the purpose here after a few minutes. Then, next one is available here that is called as WebLogic Server. WebLogic Server. WebLogic Server is a common platform, sir. Common web server actually. Common web server for almost all Oracle products. Let us say OBIW I am taking. Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. Even the morning I completed that class. Whatever you are seeing this window, right? This is WebLogic Server window only. Okay, if you go and see all programs, here I have at the time of OBIW installation, I have here Oracle WebLogic is installed. WebLogic Server is a web server. WebLogic Server is a web server. In that one we have two important components are available. One component is called as Enterprise Manager. Second component is called as Console. One is called as Enterprise Manager. This is Enterprise Manager. Second component is called as Console. Second component is called as Console. This is Console. These two components are part of WebLogic Server. These two components are part of WebLogic Server. Why we are going to use this one, we come to understand down the line. As of now, mainly two components are there. One is called as Enterprise Manager. Second is called as Console. Enterprise Manager. Second is called as Console. Now, this is server container. These all things are again, as I said earlier, advanced thing. If you want to get it, you can go for your own coding and you can get this one. Now, third tier is available that is called as repositories. Third tier is available that is called as repositories. Tell me, in Oracle database, you went and you created one table, sir. The table metadata, that means what's the table name, and table is what type of table it is. It is a view table or it is a table. Yes or no, sir? The object what you created, that metadata will be storing in the backend or not, sir? Backend it is going to store it. Suppose if I go to the SQL plus, then Scott, then Tiger, then @ORCL, select star from TAB. Is it TAB is you created the TAB table, sir? No. TAB table you didn't create it. Now, whenever you create one table, automatically that is one record is entering here. Yes or no, sir? One record is entering. What is the table name you created? What is the table type? It is a view or it is a table that is going to give it. That means, can I say now Oracle database system table is tab? Yes or no, sir? Oracle database system table is what, sir? TAB tab. Similarly, ODI also need to do some activity. Let us say you are going to create down the line some security. One user you are going to create it. Where this user is storing end of the day? Database or not? In the database it has to create means, we require one repository. That repository anyhow we are going to create today. I want to tell one point here. Repositories are two types. One is called as master repository and next is what, sir? Work repository. In any project, we have only one master repository, but 3 work repositories may be possible. Why 3 only I given here? Because 3 diagrams are available here, right? No, not like that. Actually, any technology you take it, will maintain development is the one environment, testing is the one environment, then what, sir? Production is the one environment. This is a standard notation. That is the reason development corresponding one work repository, testing corresponding one work repository, production corresponding one work repository. But all the environments are sharing the information of the master repository. Only one master repository will be available. All the things are going to share it. If it is very important, if you want to maintain separate means you can create 3 master repositories also, you can create it. That is possible. But normally we won't do it. We won't do it. Okay, in any project we have what, sir? One master repository and n number of work repositories. Ideally it is 3. Ideally it is 3. Next one is source and targets. As I said yesterday, there is no limitation. Any database you can communicate with the ODI. Any database you can communicate with the ODI. Okay, that's what I given here. Legacy systems or some files or some DBMS systems or directly some applications like that, a number of things can communicate it. Now first my focus to understand is what is the repository. That means third tier I am focusing. First I am focusing what, sir? Third tier I am focusing. Once it is completed, slowly we'll go for the remaining all things we are going to cover. So total our ODI course is nothing but what, sir? Learning whatever you are seeing on this diagram. On this diagram, whatever component names you are seeing, learning one by one is nothing but our course. Learning one by one is nothing but what, sir? Our course. Today, end of the class, you need to get full awareness of repositories. Full awareness of repositories. Right, repositories are what? First point. Oracle Data Integrated Repository is composed of one master repository and several work repository. In several work repository, ideally what, sir? 3 work repositories will be there. Ideally 3 work repositories will be there. Next two. ODI objects developed are configured through the user interface that is called as ODI Studio. User interface is nothing but always ODI Studio. That means user is user, we are the users. Business user is not coming and developing the ODI things. Yes or no? Business user is not coming and developing the ODI things. That is the reason users means what, sir? Developers are users here. Developers are users here. Same users word if I use with respect to reporting tool. With respect to reporting tool, if I use the users word, that at that moment users means what, sir? Business users. Why? Because OBW application is a reporting tool that is using directly by who, sir? Reporting guys, business users are using their reports over there. But in case of ODI, it is a ETL tool, business user is not coming directly and seeing the data here. Am I clear? So here users means what, sir? Developers are called as users. Whoever is going to use our application, the guy is called as user. We are the people who are using it. That is the reason we are the users. Developers are the users. Now, are stored in one of these repository types. One of these repository types. What is the meaning is, let me go and try to connect to this ODI Studio. I am going here. Here I have the connect to the repository option is available. As of now, I am connecting with some other things I am connecting. Let me click on connect to repository. Then I am using here B106 some batch. Then password as, username as supervisor. Click on OK. Now once you logged in, we can see all the components whatever available here: designer, operator, topology and security. Then we'll try to understand briefly about each and every tab. Right. Here one point is available. Master repository stores the following information. Here question is what, sir? Here 2 repositories are available means in which repository what information is available? In which repository what information is available? That is what the question. What I am trying to say is here I have designer, operator, topology, security tab, right? In this one, whatever information is available in the topology, whatever you can do in the security, these 2 things are going to store. These 2 things are going to store in one repository. In one repository that is called as what, sir? Master repository. Now, these 2 things whatever available, designer and operator, these things are going to store in one repository that is called as work repository. Whatever work you are going to do in the topology or in the security, those information are going to store in the master repository. Whatever work you are doing, whatever objects it may be, you are going to do in the designer or operator, that is going to store in the work repository. Here one small exception is occur. one small exception is occurring, that is, in the designer tab, I will create here one thing that is known as here what's a scenario. Even though I am creating scenario using what tab, sir? Designer tab. This information also stores in the master repository only. This information also stores where, sir? Master repository only. So now let me summarize finally. Master repository holding the data of what, sir? Whatever work you are going to do in the security tab. That means you may be creating one new user, you are creating it. New user, you are going to create it, that new user information. You may be creating what, sir? One new object, or you may be creating here one new profile. Those all information is storing in the master repository. In the topology tab, you may be accessing the Oracle database, or you may be accessing the Hadoop system, Hadoop database, whatever it is. That information is storing where, sir? In master repository. If you are creating here scenarios, that scenarios information is also going to store where, sir? In the master repository. That's what I given here, first line. Security information including users, profiles, and rights for the ODI platform are going to store in the master repository. Second one, topology information including what, sir? Technologies, server definitions and schemas, contexts, languages and so forth are going to store where, sir? In the topology. What I would like to say is, in the topology tab, whatever available it may be, physical architecture, logical architecture, contexts, all the things, languages, all the things are going to store in the master repository. Next one is available, that is called as versioned and archived objects. I think I given wrong statement previously. What I given previous statement? Scenario I given, right? Okay, that is wrong statement. Not the scenario, sir, it is version. If you create any version in the designer, here I have the version. This is what, sir? Creating the version. Version information is storing in the master repository, not the scenario, I am sorry. Version information is going to store where, sir? In the master repository, not the scenario. I am sorry, that one. Right. You are going to create the version. If you create a version here, let us say click on OK. This version information is going to store in the master repository. These are the three things what it is going to store it. Next one, what do you mean by work repository? What exactly it is going to store it? Work repository is the one that contains actual developed objects. That means what, sir? In the security tab, creating users, creating permission, these all things are what, sir? Not the exactly objects. Yes or no? Whatever objects you created, on that one we are providing the permissions. In the topology also what, sir? We are connecting to the databases. That is also one-time activity only. Versions also what, sir? Here, versions also we are going to create at the end of this one. Once you develop the objects, you are going to create versions or what, sir? At the end you are going to create it. But actually what you are doing means, you may be creating here some mappings you are creating. A number of mappings you are going to create it. A number of reusable mappings you may be creating, procedures you may be creating, variables you may be creating. These all information is called as actual work. As a developer, you are going to spend most of the time on this designer tab and to create these all things. Now, this actual work is going to store in one repository that is known as work repository. So, I want to summarize. The work repository is the one that contains actual developed objects. Several work repositories may coexist in the same ODI installation. Example, development work repository, then production work repository, etc. In the same installation, you may have a number of repositories may be available. Next point, models. Here we are seeing one thing that is called as, if you go and see, what is this, sir? Here models are available, source models and target models and number of things. What is model is nothing but a group of tables, sir. A group of tables is nothing but a model. Now, that's what we are saying here, models including schema definitions. This is what the one schema is available, Scott schema and all. And data stores, data store is nothing but one table is called as data store. And metadata, field names and column definitions, this is what the field names whatever available, and column definitions and data types, everything will be storing here. That's what we are trying to tell it. Then next is what, sir? Project information including packages, procedures, folders, knowledge modules, variables and so forth. This is what the project. Inside the project, these are the things are available. Folder. Inside the folder, mappings, procedures, packages, variables, so on. Scenario execution including scenarios, scheduling information and logs, everything will be available. If you go to the operator tab, there I have what's our load plans and scenarios. The scenario is how it is executing, that execution information, everything else will be there. Your previous batch people ran these all things. That's what we have here log. These all information also storing where? In the work repository. When the work repository contains only the execution information, then typically it is useful for what purpose, sir? Production enrollment purpose. Then that is called as execution repository. Execution repository. So what I mean to tell is in work repository, all executable objects only available. Then it is called as execution work repository. A work repository, it contains only what, sir? Executable object it contains, and it is called as execution work repository. A work repository, it contains all the objects, that means design time objects, execution time objects, everything is available, then it is called as development work repository. It is called as what, sir? Development work repository. Right. So based on this one, you can divide even work repositories are divided into what, sir? Two types. One is execution work repository and development work repository. Development work repositories we are going to create for the environments. One environment is what, sir? Development, we are going to create development work repository. Testing also we are going to create what, sir? Development work repository. But this is we are going to create for the purpose of what, sir? Production. For the purpose of production. Now I hope this diagram is clear. Work repositories are how many types? Two types. One is development work repository. Second is execution work repository. And development work repository is recommended for what environments? Development as well as testing. Execution work repository is recommended for what purpose? Production environment. Okay. That point is clear. Next one, ODI Studio user interface. How the user interface will be there? We have here one component. Administrators, developers and operators use the Oracle Data Integrator Studio to access the repositories. Here three roles are available, sir. One role is called as admin. This guy mainly concentrates on the security tab. Administrator is mainly concentrating on the tab. The tab is what, sir? Security. Developer mainly concentrate on the one tab. The tab is called as what, sir? Designer. Operator mainly concentrate on one tab. The tab is called as this tab. Operator tab. Topology is a common tab. Even developer is going to interact here. Administrator is going to interact here. Operator also going to interact here. It is a common for all the things. But in fact, your company is not that kind of rich. They cannot deploy 3 members to manage these all things. Oracle guys suggested 3 roles. But your company cannot give the one resource dedicatedly for the security tab maintain, one resource dedicatedly for the operator tab maintain, like that. That is the reason there is a pressure on you. You need to maintain, if it is sometimes all the tabs one person also. All the tabs, what, sir? One person also. That is the reason you should be aware of how to manage the securities, how to develop the things, how to monitor things. Everything should be aware of it. Okay? We are going to give that level of training. Next one. ODI Studio provides 4 navigators for managing the different aspects and steps of ODI integration projects. So these are the 4 tabs. First tab is called as Designer Navigator. It is used to design data integrity checks and to build transformations. It is useful for what, sir? Building the transformations. So if you see here, these are the projects. models, load plans, and n number of things are there. How we are going to create the transformations are, suppose go and observe one mapping I am creating, new mapping, give some name, okay. Then if you go and see here, let us say I can drag and drop source and target, I can drag and drop from here. This is the source and I can drag and drop, let us say this is what the target. This is my target, let us say. You can connect here whatever corresponding columns you want, you can connect the corresponding columns, you connected. Then in between if you want to introduce, let us say some kind of transformations you want to include, you can drag and drop these transformations also into the work area. Some lookup you want, you can drag and drop it. Okay, we'll talk more about this one later point of time. As of now, you people understand we can create what, sir? A number of transformations. A number of transformations. Next one, operator navigator. This is useful only for the management of what, sir? Production management, only monitoring. Operator job is what, sir? Monitoring. If you go and see here, operator tab, in the operator tab, what is available? What are the things are executed? Those things we can see from here. These are the things are executed. In live, what will happen, sir? Parallelly are going to run, let us say, 20 things are going to run parallelly. Then what will happen, sir? Some things will be in running mode, something will be in paused mode, some things will be what, sir? Some other status. All the status you can observe from this window. You got my point? Right. So operator is useful to monitor your work. Monitor what, sir? Your running work. What are things are running? What are things are pass? What are things are fail? And if you want to debug also, you are going to debug from here only. You are going to debug from here only. Suppose it is throwing one warning, draw flow table. This symbol is called as warning symbol. Why it is throwing warning? If you want to know the reason, click on open, click on the code, then it is trying to execute. This is a statement. But it is not able to execute that one. It is saying as error. What is error, sir? Table or view does not exist. So you come to understand the root cause. Root cause of the failure. From where, sir? From the operator tab. Right, you people understand that point. Is the production management and monitoring tool. It is designed for IT production operators. Through operator navigator, you can manage your mapping execution in the sessions as well as the sessions in the production. Wherever you want to manage it, you can manage it. Next one, topology. What is the main advantage of this topology tab? If you go and see the topology tab, here I have one is what, sir? Physical architecture, logical architecture, context, and number of things. First I am trying to talk about is used to manage the data describing the information systems, physical and logical architecture. What is the meaning of physical and logical architecture? This is what the physical architecture, this is the logical architecture. Okay, physical architecture is useful to connect to the physically your database. If you go and see here, let us say Oracle, using this one, these people connected with what, sir? SCART schema and other schema they connected here. Corresponding to this one, they also created here some logical architecture they created. If you go and see here Oracle, there we have some logical architecture is available, source and target like that. We come to understand how to create this one down the line. As of now, this point you understand. Through topology navigator, you can manage the topology of your information system. The technology, what are you going to manage, sir? Technologies, it is a Oracle technology or it may be any technology. And their data types. By default, each technology will have its own data types. If you go and see, it is supporting what, sir? CLOB, varchar, number, these all things is going to do it. That's what the meaning. The data servers linked to these technologies and the schemas, they contain the context. So how the communication between physical and logical is going on, sir? In between, who is the mediator? The mediator is here. Mediator is here, what, sir? Context is the mediator. Context is the mediator. Now, the languages and the agents. The language means it is going to support a number of languages here, sir. If you go and see languages, it is supporting Java language. You can write some code in the Java. You can write some code in the Python, SAP, SQL, SQL file, then a Groove. These are the languages what it is going to support it. Most of the times what we are going to use it. what we are going to use is Java. These are the four things what we are going to use. Occasionally we are going to use Grow. SAP means only with the SAP systems if you want to work. At that moment we'll go for SAP. Otherwise what, sir? We will not touch that one. Okay? Right. Let us move on to the next one that is called as agents. What is the agent is if you want to schedule something. Someone has to monitor or not, sir? Someone has to monitor. The reason agents are important here. Agents are available in all the Oracle products are available, sir. Suppose if you go for the ODI as a tool, there also, if you go and see the new, there what is there, sir? Agent. Agent purpose is what, sir? For the purpose of scheduling. For the purpose of scheduling. That's it. Here also same purpose. Agent is for the purpose of scheduling your work. Next, as well as the repositories. We are going to manage here. We are going to manage here one more thing that is called as what, sir? Repositories. It may be master repository or it may be work repositories. I created development work repository, execution work repository, testing work repository. 3 work repositories we created here. 3 work repositories we have here. 3 work repositories we have here. Now, let us go and try to understand next thing. Next one. The site, mission and data server descriptions will enable Oracle Data Integrator to execute the same mapping in different physical environments. That means we are going to give here mission IP address. These all things are providing, right? That is going to help you to execute in different locations. Then security navigator is what is the purpose? Only purpose is what, sir? Users, profiles, objects you can manage using security navigator. Is the tool for managing the security information in Oracle Data Integrator. Through security navigator you can create what, sir? Users and profiles and assign user rights for the methods, edit, delete, etc. or generic objects like servers, data types, etc. or something like this. In a number of things you can access it. So learning of these 4 things is nothing but our course, sir. One is called as designer tab, operator tab, topology and security. These are the 4 navigators whatever available. Now this is what your understanding as of now. How many types of repositories are available? 2 types. One is master repository, second is work repository. Work repository is divided into again how many types? 2 types. One is development work repository, second is execution work repository. Development work repository recommended for what environments? Development environment, then testing environment. Execution work repository is recommended for what environment? Production environment. Now, we have here in first tier, the first tier is called as user interface tier. In user interface tier, we have one component that is known as ODI Studio. In ODI Studio, how many components are there? 4 components. First tab is designer, second is operator, third is topology, fourth is security. Now, what information is storing in the master repository? Topology information, security information. That is third tab and fourth tab. And also version information. So these are the 3 things which are going to store in the master repository. Rest of the things, that is also designer and operator information is going to store in the work repository. Now, such a beautiful master repository and work repository you are going to create now. Till this point of time, you understand the theory points only. Now we are going to create such a beautiful master repository, we are going to create it. So from here, whatever you are going to do that you are going to understand, right? Understanding is very simple. Till this point of time, what, sir? All theory points. Because of the theory points, here are there, 1 or 2 points, maybe you are not able to understand also, right? But from here onwards, what, sir? Whatever you are doing in the tool, same thing you are understanding. That is the reason our understanding will be straightforward. You are getting my point? Okay. Even I will give the control to someone. Let me give the control to someone. Yes, Dilip, you there? I am giving control to you. I gave control. Just what we are going to do is, first our exercise is what, sir? Creating the master repository is our exercise. Creating the master repository. As I said earlier, master repository is nothing but in the database some set of tables. Yes or no? In database some set of tables. Like Oracle database corresponding all the metadata storing words are TAB tab. TAB tab is the Oracle database corresponding repository, I can say. Oracle repository contains one of the table TAB. Like that, the number of tables may be available. Similarly, ODI information we are going to store in where, sir? Master repository. Master repository is nothing but some set of tables. Some set of tables. These tables I need to create in the database means I require one username. I require one username. That username I am going to create here as a step 1. Step 1 is creating repository schema in the database. To create this master repository, I want one schema in the database that I am trying to create here. For that, I am opening SQL Plus, type as admin user, / as sysdba, press enter. If you type like this, it won't expect any password from you, sir. This is also one of the good thing. If you forget the password, in our training room, any user, password you forgot it. Then what you can do, sir? You can connect like this, you can alter the password of the user what you forgot. Am I clear? Right. Now create a user by executing below commands. Create user ODI MR, ODI master repository. MR stands for master repository. Identified by RRI tag 123. Grant the DBA to ODI MR. Then connect to the ODI MR at the rate of ORCL and password as this one. Select count star from tab. We are observing what, sir? No rows are available. No rows are available. Please note that no tables are available in this schema. Just now we created empty schema we created. Now step 2 is we are trying to create the master repository. Let us go and try to finish the step 1. Yes, sir. So he's trying to open the SQL Plus. He's trying to open the SQL Plus. Please open SQL Plus. Now we need to log in as admin / as sysdba. Now we want to create a user and give your batch number is, one moment. Your batch number is B107. Create user B107. B107 ODI MR. ODI MR. That means ODI master repository are creating it. Identified by RR capital, ITEC small 123. Right. In the schema, I want to create some tables, right? For that, I require some permissions. Strictly speaking, connect permission and resource permission is enough, but I am providing here grant DBA, I am providing it. So, grant DBA to B107 ODI MR. Grant is succeeded, that's perfect. Then, we need to connect it. We need to connect to this one. Otherwise, we are executing from there, yes. B107 ODI MR / RR capital ITEC small 123 @ORCL. Enter. It is connected. Now try to type the select star from tab. Then you can notice here what's that? No rows are available. But end of our class today, we are going to see some rows over there. Some tables indirectly. Some tables indirectly we are going to see here. Right. Let us go and try to see the next step. That is called as step 2. Step 2, creating master repository. Start our ODI studio. First time, we need to start from where, sir? Navigate to below location and double click on ODI.exe. And once you navigate here, keep this shortcut on the desktop so that we will not go every time this location. Similarly, I too did it. I am closing whatever already opened. I am closing those all things first. Let me close it. Even the 11G also I am trying to close it. Both the things we are going to do parallel is 11G as well as 12C. Once one concept is completed, I will go for the 11G and I will try to do over there. First we will do the 12C. Once it is completed one concept, then we will go for the 11G and same concept we will try to implement over there. Okay, right. Now, I want to go to this location. Please navigate to this location. my computer, then C drive, C drive, C drive, double click. It is not working. Right click and open if it is not working. Right click and open. Okay. Then Oracle, Oracle, double click. Then middleware, then Oracle Home, then ODI, then we have here Studio, Studio, right. Here two things are available, sir. I want to talk something here. This is a one thing, this is a one thing. This is for the purpose of 32-bit operating systems. It may be Linux 32-bit, or it may be Windows Server 32-bit, or it may be anything. This is for the purpose of what, sir? 64-bit operating systems. It may be Linux or it may be Windows. In my case, my operating system is 32-bit operating system only. If you go to the My Computer properties, you can see Microsoft Windows Server 2003 Enterprise Edition. If it is a 64-bit means x64 will see here, yes or no? x64 will see it. Nothing is available about the bits. That means what, sir? By default it is 32-bit. So as I am using 32-bit, I am taking this one. If your machines are Windows 7 or Windows 8, you are installing the software, at that moment you need to take what, sir? This one you need to take it. Now this same thing, shortcut I kept on the desktop. This is what the shortcut. So you can double click on that one. You can double click on that one. Double click. What happened? Double click is not working. Okay. Now once you double click, then we are going to get, this is what the window what we are going to get it. In this corner below the file menu, I have one option. That option is called as new option. New option is available. You need to click on this new option. Then we are going to get here one wizard. The wizard is, this is what the wizard. From using this wizard, I can create a new ODI repository login. One login I can create it. One master repository I can create it. One master repository I can import it. Suppose in one environment, in development environment, I exported the master repository. That one I want to import into the testing environment, let us say. I can import it. I can import it. Or I developed one master repository in my system and I given that one in the pen drive. I exported that one, I given in the pen drive. That one if you want to import into your laptop, you can import it. Whatever work I did, that work will be available with you. At that moment, import will be useful to you. As of now, our goal is first, I want to create the new wizard. Then whenever we go for the creating new repository, it is how many steps process? How many steps process? 3 steps process. In the first step is a very important step. We are going to provide what is the technology. Where you want to create this master repository. Inside the Oracle database or inside the DB2 database, what is that? That we need to select here. And it is going to communicate with the database by using some drivers. The driver is what, sir, here? JDBC driver, it is going to use it. It is also require one URL where it is installed. In my case, I given localhost. I given. In our company, it may not be localhost. It is what, sir? Wherever Oracle server is installed, the Oracle server IP address or Oracle server network name. That network name we need to provide. 1521 is a common port number. Normally we used to use it. And ORCL is nothing but the database name we need to provide here. And in what username we want to store this all master repository. Just now we create one user for that purpose only, right? That B107 ODI MR we need to provide. And that password we need to provide. And it has to access this user and all means I require here admin user. I am providing here admin user and password. That is what the first step. Then next is it is going to give one warning here. What is the warning is? It is expecting the language pack. This is what the language pack character set is expecting. This is what the character step. But something else is available. It is going to throw the one warning. But ignore that one and move on to the next one. Second step is what, sir? Authentication. Whenever you are creating one repository, what is your good name, sir? No, back. Middle. What is your good name? Huh? Mallikarjun. Please come here. Come here. So, Dilip, you take rest. Mallikarjun is going to continue the rest of the things. Yes. Sit. 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 Okay. Now we have here authentication. Authentication is what, sir? Here supervisor, and password is what, sir? Whatever you want, you can provide it. And this is the by default, sir. Even you cannot modify the name also. See here, username is freezed out or not? Username is freezed out. That means by default always master repository username is what, sir? Supervisor, we used to use it. Right. Next one is available. Third step. This is what the third step. We have one facility here. Passwords you can store somewhere. You can store internally, you can store it in the tables, or externally you can store somewhere also. Some wallet functionality is available here. So that's what the third step, where you want to store it, we are selecting here. I given here internally storage I given. If you do like that, then it is going to create our master repository. Once process is completed, if you go and see the database side, how many tables are created, sir? 67 tables are created. 67 tables are created. Previously, I don't have any table in my schema. Now 67 tables are created. From where the 67 tables came? From this process. Yes or no? Now we are going to do that one. Yes, sir. Try to continue. Go to the ODI screen. ODI screen. This one. Then click on the new. Click on the new option. Then here we need to go for what, sir? Master repository creation wizard. That's correct. Select it. Click on OK. Excellent job. Good job, Malkarjan. Now here technology. Whatever technology you want to create from the drop down, you can select basically. By default, it is Oracle is available. If you want something else, means what, sir? Something else you can select. My case Oracle only, so give the Oracle. Then JDBC driver, automatically JDBC driver is going to populate, sir. Whatever database you selected, the database corresponding thing is going to populate. And observe here, database is called as technology in the ODI. Database is called as what, sir? Technology in the ODI. Throughout our ODI, if I say technology, there is nothing but what, sir? Database. Both are synonyms. Now, JDBC URL, it came by default host, port, SID, it came. It came between less than and greater than symbols means what is the meaning, sir? That is user defined values. You need to provide that one as per your project. As for your project, you need to provide the values. In case of my project, what is the host, sir? Where is your Oracle server is available? In RRA system, there is an RRA you can provide, or you can provide the local host also. Why? Because in the same CPU you are working, the same CPU ODI also available and Oracle is available. So remove that host over there and try to local host over there. Remove the host over there and try to write local host over there. Remove the host. Even greater than less than symbols also you can remove it. Even greater than less than symbols also you can remove it. Remove the greater than less than symbols also. Right. Port number. What is the port number, sir? By default 1521 is the port number. So provide the 1521. Remove the greater than less than. I don't want anywhere greater than less than. And SID is nothing but your service ID. Or other words, your Oracle database name. That we need to provide here ORCL. Right. Username we need to provide. The username is what, sir? Just now we created username, that is B107 ODI MR. ODI MR. Then password. Password is case sensitive, sir. You need to write exactly what you given previously. RR capital, ITEC small, 1, 2, 3. Same thing you write here. RR capital, caps lock is on. You have chance to see it? Okay. ITEC, 1, 2, 3. Excellent job, sir. Then DBA user, database administrator user I want. DBA user is sys, SYS, yes, is DBA. SYS. No. SYS, yes. No, continuation. Space, SYS after space, yes, space, sysdba. Next one, DBA, database administrator. Next, DBA password. RR capital, ITEC small 123. That password also we given same. Throughout all the course, we are going to use the passwords or wherever it is required. RR capital, ITEC small 123 only, sir. RR capital, ITEC small 123. Click on test connection. Test connection. If everything is provided here correctly, it is going to give one warning message like this. Click on OK. Click on next. Click on OK. Now we completed that one. Can you change the supervisor name, sir? It is not allowing you to do it. Then provide the password as also supervisor. Paste it. Paste it. That's good job. Good job. Click on what, sir? One moment. Next. Where you want to store this password? Internally or externally? You can select it internally. Click on finish. See here, it is trying to create now master repository. It is creating master repository means backend. What is happening, sir? If you go to the database side, thank you, sir. Thank you, Mallikarjun. Good job. If you go and see the backend, let us say SQL plus, same statement I am trying to execute here. What happened, sir? 67 tables, we got it. Previously, what, sir? We don't have any tables. We don't have any tables. Now it is 67 tables are created. Right. That's how it is creating the master repository. Master repository. Now, once it is created, we can go for the something else. Here I have one table. What is the table, sir? SNP underscore user table is available. SNP underscore user table is available. Let me go and explain that one. SNP underscore user. Select star from SNP underscore user table. User table. What happened? Okay, it's executed, and here if you go and observe, basically observing the data from this SQL plus is a bit difficult actually. That is the reason only I prefer to use always one tool, sir. The tool is called as SQL Developer. SQL Developer is free of cost. With Oracle 11G onwards you are going to get it. Okay, using SQL Developer, whatever job we are doing in SQL Plus, you can do it very user friendly. You can do it, what, sir? Very user friendly. I will show you how to connect to the SQL Developer now. SQL Developer is available in all programs, Oracle. Then we have here application development. There I have SQL Developer. Once you click on the SQL Developer, we are going to get one window. Like this window, we are going to get it. Thereafter, we are going to get here one help window. We are going to get it. Then here I want to create one new connection. I want to create, right? Click on the new connection. Please write the steps. SQL Developer connectivity steps. Click on OK. Then we need to provide here any name you can provide here. B107. Then what, sir? ODI MR. Then I am giving here username is same. RR capital, ITEC small 123. Next time onwards, I don't want to provide the password. That is the reason I have saved the password also. ORCL, save it. Click on connect it. Now, if you go and see in this one, I have the tables are available. Out of these tables, one of the table is available. The table is what, sir? SNP underscore user is the table. In that one, if you go and see the data, what is the data is available, sir, here? What is the data is available, sir? What is the username? S supervisor. This is what the name is available. This is what the name is available. Am I clear? When it is created, sir? 26 June 14. That means today only or not? So one login ID is created. For example, we are going to here. It is completed. Master repository creation was successful. You can now connect to the master repository and create a work repository in the topology navigator under the repository according. Click on OK. Then how to connect to the master repository. Click on here, connect to repository. You need to create here one login. Click on the plus symbol. Click on the plus symbol. Then you need to provide here any login name, you can provide it. I am providing your batch number as a login name B107. Oracle data integration connection, right? It is. Oracle data integration connection means what, sir? What is the Oracle data integration connection? Username, supervisor, sorry. Supervisor, and we provide the password of the supervisor also, what, sir? Supervisor only we provided, we are providing. Database connection, master repository information. Master repository is available in what database, users are? B107, ODI, MR. And what is the password? RRITEC123. And what is the user defined driver lists are here? If you go and select here, Oracle JDBC, Oracle database it is. And what is the URL, sir? The URL is, this was the URL, already people are aware of it, how to customize this one, right? Local host, nest, 1521, nest, ORCL. Now we want to connect to the master repository or what, sir? Master repository only, click on OK, click on OK. Now we are able to connect to the master repository. Observe one point here, I connected master repository or work repository, sir? That is the reason, what is not there? Not connected to the development work repository, that is the reason this tab is not available. Observe here, what is not there? This also not available. What is available, sir? Topology and security. Why? Because these two informations are straight away storing where? Master repository. If I go and if I create one user, what will happening in the back end? Let us say I am trying to create here one user, sir, new user. What is the name I want to give is your batch number I am giving B107. Provide the password is RR capital, ITC small 123. Confirm password is RR capital, IT small 123. Click on OK. Click on save it. Click on save it. Now if you go back end and if you see, click on refresh it. What you are seeing here, sir? So whatever you are doing in the front end, that is coming and back end storing where, sir? In these tables. Can I say now, whatever 67 tables are available, the 67 tables are what, sir? Your master repository. Yes or no? In the 67 tables only, I am storing the security tab information. Then what, sir? Topology tab information and version information also. Version information also. These are the three informations I am storing in the 67 tables. You are getting my point? Down the line, each one if you say which table it is going to store, it will try to understand it. As of now, SNP underscore user tightly integrated with what portion, sir? This portion, whatever you are doing, that is coming and storing here. Similarly, to store the profiles, one table will be available backend. Similarly, to store the objects, one table will be available backend. What is that? We will come to understand down the line. Am I clear? So today, you understand one point that is called as how to create the master repository. That too, how to create the master repository, manual process. Here I didn't use any tools. Directly I am creating the username, I am creating everything. One question is came here, did you observe or not? Someone asked one question. We don't need RC utility like 11G here for creating the master repository. That's what the question. See, in 11G and 12C, both the tools, I can create the master repository and work repository manually, whatever I did now. I can create using what, sir? RC also. Even the bottom, if you go and see my notes bottom, I have the process to create the master and work repositories. Exercise here. What is exercise, sir? Please complete this one, creating master and work repository using what, sir? RCU. I given here, creating master and work repository using RCU. Download the RCU software and extract it and navigate. Those all steps also I given here. That means what, sir? You can create master and work repositories in two ways. Number one is manual method. If you go with the manual method, what is happening exactly come to understand. That is the reason I am going with the manual method first. Then we'll go for the tool. It is a simple one, executable file, sir. Click on next, you need to do it. If you click on next, what is the subject you are going to understand, right? That is the reason I am going first manually. Once it is completed, we'll go for this tool also. Using this tool, you can create the master and work repository, you can create it. Am I clear? So today you need to practice in the lab, what, sir? How to create master repository, you need to practice, and you need to memorize some of the things, what is available in the master repository, what is available in the work repository. The theory points you need to memorize it. Can you do that? Right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Tomorrow we'll meet. And all of you people have these notes, yes? please get these notes as soon as possible. Okay, without these notes, practicing is very difficult, because I'm not giving any notes also here. Yes or no? Is it really required, sir, giving the notes? Is it required? No. Here we have the better than your handwriting is available, right? Yes. Okay. Try to get this document, print out, and try to practice. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks. Online folks, you also need to install the softwares and you need to practice very well.
Okay.